Something's happening.
Where do I got to go?
Oh, they got to go to a certain position.
Yeah, the doors.
There we go. Time for them to go, and they're touch-up gloves, and they're off to the races. We got Kyzer here in the southpaw position.
Oh, nice strike, nice strike.
With that spinning back fist. It glanced Marco, but now Marco got that body lock and takes him directly to the cage.
And this is a lot of what went on the last fight. They were right there, being right there against the cage.
Up against the cage,
up
majority of the fight.
Yep.
It was good cage control here. He has him pinned, and he's using his knees to pick those shots. Picks him up, takes it to the ground, secures one hook. But Kyzer is able to pop right back up.
He's got good pressure. He's got really good pressure up against that cage.
Kyzer's using the cage to kind of rest his head so that he can hand fight. And there goes those little knees by Soto.
And this is the first time they'll be able to use elbows. Because in Texas, they don't allow them to use elbows.
That knee was a good knee, and he... Nice.
Oh, wow, wow, what a throw.
Secures that double leg. He has his legs kind of bundled together, and now he has that folder pass here. Let's see what he does with his back.
And he's got that.
And now he has one hook in.
Yep. This is the position that Busto reversed him on almost every time in the last fight. So let's see if he did something to protect himself from getting that reversal.
Right. And that's a great thing about rematching somebody is you get to know them a little bit more as a fighter. And do you go back to the drawing board and kind of tighten up your mistakes is the question. And I think Soto's doing a great job at riding this.
Yeah, Busto, he likes to roll. He rolls. If you notice, he rolls.
Yeah. Like an alligator.
They haven't started using any elbows yet. It's weird that, they're not used to it. It's
right.
That's what I love about Albuquerque, New Mexico. The rules are same as pro, except for that up kick to the head or neck.
And the time difference.
Yes.
Which they're under a minute here now. And Soto's trying to use his back leg to free his right leg from that.
And Soto is really listening to his corner. I mean, he's right there in his corner. His corner has been able to give him just perfect information to control that situation.
That's great when you can kind of be that calm.
Yeah.
And have the opportunity to listen to your coaches and really execute what they're telling you to do. That's just the perfect scenario.
I wonder if he just feels so comfortable here because he looks so patient and calm right now.
He's doing a great job at dominating top position, holding good grappling position, and not. Oh, I see a cut. Somebody's bleeding. Yeah. It might be Del Busto. Oh, good round.
That was close.
There might be a little gash on the top of the head of Del Busto. Nothing to deter him from the round.
That was a very good active round for both of them. I think Soto really put a lot of work in his last month and a half in the game to get this fight to where it needs to be for him to at least retain that title.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a good little smirk over there for Marco while his corner's kind of talking to him. And right out the gate, we see Kyzer throw that side kick, and he just gets stuffed.
Oh, and he tried that back fist, and I think Marco was heading in so fast that it didn't catch anywhere.
I mean, you just never know in those scenarios. You're split second, sooner or later, and it could have landed. That's the beauty of the fight game.
These are two big men too. These are not little guys. These are they're both pretty up top. They're stocky.
Yes, sir.
Let's see if the coaches made any changes for Busto.
Here we go. A little bit more calculated for
Oh, very
Busto.
good combination there. 1-2 right down the middle. Wow.
There you go. That dirty boxing is really effective.
That was exactly what it was.
When you're going loopy, you got to stay in tight, and man, it popped his head up a couple of times. Really nice shots. Got this body lock, and he's keeping his head nice and low so he can't get caught with those elbows.
Right, he's pushing him just right up against the cage. Then the knee to the back of the leg. That'll take its toll right here.
Yeah, they don't look like anything, but they add up. Just like body shots, these little things add up. And if you're a kicker, And you're getting these little peppering shots. You know, they add up. Soto's doing a great job. He has his back, and he's a little high. If he can get low, not get bumped off. The great thing is he does have a hook in, and he's securing that hip nice and tightly.
Right.
So here's that hand fight that we were talking about. Happened a lot in the last fight.
Keeps trying to get that rear naked.
If he could just find a way to get that finish is what he's trying to do.
And he wants a finish. He definitely wants a finish. He wants to show that there was no fluke in the last one.
Right. And there he goes. He's
that's a bad position.
Transitioning to the back with his hips in, and they're up against the cage. There's not a whole lot you can do, so.
Got both hooks in right now.
The Busto definitely needs to have a little more sense of urgency in this position and figure out how to escape.
He needs to get him away from that cage because if he keeps him on the cage now, he's going to...
Here we go. Good re-roll by Soto. Staying nice and patient.
Getting ready to hit that 1 minute mark left in the round.
And they're going to re-roll again.
Yeah, it just rolled that last fight. They rolled, it rolled. And being a 5-round fight, I mean, this got so much time left in this.
Right. You know, as a grappler, this is really fun to see. You get to see the high-level grappling. And it looks like he has something pretty tight.
Yeah.
And it's not under the chin, but Soto's definitely cranking
and
on
it.
And
he's also stretching him, too.
Oh.
It's a good sub attempt. I mean, it's nice to see that they're trying to continue to submissions.
And like we were talking about earlier, the further along these rounds go, the harder it is to get those subs because these guys are all sweaty.
Right.
So he's doing a great job at maintaining position and going for that ground and pound when he sees it.
He's staying really tight, too. For a jiu-jitsu person, they like that distance. He's actually really engaging his body to not leaving any room for anything to happen.
Right. And just like having that fight IQ as to how to use his jiu-jitsu in the MMA arena.
And these are amateurs, so these guys are both looking really good for amateurs.
Nice deep breaths by Kyzer back in the corner. A little blood coming from the nose, but nothing crazy. We got one more round. So in
three more rounds.
Three
it's
more
a
rounds.
5-round
It's
fight.
a 5-round fight.
This is a title fight.
We're fighting for the title again. So yeah, these guys definitely have to keep their energy up.
Yeah. And it was a hard cut for Soto. He worked hard. He had to go back even after the first weigh-in. He had that second weigh-in to make that cut. It was, how bad that feels.
I always tell people the weight cut is the fight before the fight.
Right, you're just like, ah.
All right, round 3 in the works.
They both look pretty fresh. Neither one of them looks exhausted. I mean,
and they're shuffling back in.
Right.
Kyzer's throwing up that front kick. Feeling out the jab.
Oh, that was
caught
a beautiful.
on his way in.
Yes.
Soto with that cross.
Yeah, he had some good knees there. He put some good knees on Soto there.
Soto's having a good time. He's over here smiling. And a little shot to the body with that knee. And he's off the cage.
There was not even any resistance. He didn't even try to keep him on the cage there. Oh, those are 2 good shots right there. I think this was pushing him back. Those 1-2 is just giving him so much energy going back towards that cage.
Yeah.
And he gets him on that cage, and he just works him there.
And he's doing a great job at securing position here. He's using his shoulder pressure.
Using some elbows. He figured he said, I'm going to use these elbows.
Oh, it looks like Kyzer's trying to go for that guillotine here.
Ouch.
Uh-oh, elbows. There we go. There's your elbows you're talking about.
Yeah.
Doesn't help much when you get taken down, though.
Yeah, but I think he wanted that made it a little more urgent there. Those are some solid elbows to the side of the head.
Well, that's the thing. It's like you give up. You stop fighting for the takedown, but you sacrifice that for a couple of shots. And was it worth it? Because now he's going to be on the
he's trying to. Oh, look at this here. Oh.
There you go. And Coach Joey in Soto's corner is calling for a knee on belly.
Yeah. And Soto's he's listening right across the cage. He's just putting his ear out.
And Soto is covering his mouth to try to stifle his breathing.
Yeah,
Look at
like,
that.
Not only are you a mile above sea level, but you got some covering your mouth.
Slicing elbow. Whatever works. As long as it's within the parameters of the rules, right?
Right, yeah. I was like...
There you go. He's using the cage to push off. He's trying to pass his guard. And we got Kyzer securing his close guard here. Let's see what he does with it. He's trying to control his head, but he's still not stopping him from those punches and short elbows, which is not a good thing.
And Kyzer comes from a great gym there in Lubbock, Texas. Victory is they're putting out a lot of good athletes, and we're seeing a lot of them in this peak promotion. And this is just one of many that they brought here, that they're bringing out. So that's kind of nice, and he's battling, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you know what they say about training, about fighting. It's like iron sharpens iron. You know, you want to have those hard matches, and that's what gets you better. I'd like to see Kyzer work to get up. He's not having much success here on his back, and he's just, you know, just staying in the guard and taking punishment unnecessarily.
Went to half.
And here we are at the 10-second mark,
yes.
and Marco passes the guard and is just securing top position.
That was a pretty convincing round there. Outside those elbows to the head and the takedown, I think that round, you know.
All right, here we go into the championship round.
Championship. Let's see who has the lungs up here at the mile high.
You already know the answer to that.
Yeah.
Marco's been training here.
He's been training here, yeah, but
like
I remember when I was boxing, we lived at the Olympic Training Center for all those years, and we'd go back to Texas and we would train there, and then we'd go back to the Olympic Training Center for like a camp, and it would just be for the first 2 weeks.
Brutal.
Felt like, yeah, brutal. It was like pins and needles everywhere.
Well, you really don't understand it until you come train here, and then you'll know what we're talking about. When you go run the foothills and you feel like you're sucking pennies.
Right.
That is your lungs bleeding.
Yes, your lungs. That's your body saying, you're not supposed to be doing this to me.
All right, guys. Round 4, championship rounds. And we have ourselves a fight.
Yeah. See what Kyzer transitions, see if he changes up anything. He really needs to change up not getting taken down. Oh, there you go.
We
nice
got that
kick.
Jab, cross, head kick combination. Nice. And Kyzer is going to try to take Marco's back for a change. He has that body lock, and he has him up against the cage.
Marco's using the cage really well, keeping his back up against that cage. Ooh, nice.
Glancing knee. It was almost there.
Yeah, we see those in practice, and I'm always like, oh, please don't hit me with one of those ever. Oh, he moved to the back again.
And he's trying to take him down.
Oh,
and there's that
nice roll.
Again. Soto did a great job of rolling through on that takedown and securing top position. And here he is.
Kyzer's holding on to his left hand. Right. Oh, no, it's opposite. Huh.
Yeah.
Soto's holding on that hand.
And he kind of has a gift wrapped across the body, so it's not a good position for Kyzer to be in, and Soto's working his hook here.
Yep.
And so I think it's about time for one of those rolls.
Yeah, he's one of those rolls. You know, as he rolls, and it makes Soto have to change to do something just to get control and put himself in a position he can start striking again. Boy, these rounds go by so fast. There's like 1 minute, 30 seconds left. Seems like it's just started.
That's what happens when you're having fun.
That cut on Kyzer's head seems to be, they've closed it up. They've kept it pretty well.
Yeah, these cut men do a great job. And it's in a position where it's not affecting you. You don't really even feel it.
You know, Peak actually puts a lot of money into their cut men, and they really have some really good cut men. They do a lot of extra education. I know that for a fact.
Yeah.
And always on top of things.
Well, you'd hate to see a fight stop from a cut,
right?
Like an unnecessary cut, you know. So that's great to hear. There you go. Soto doing a great job at just riding the wave, and now he's in mount.
Yeah.
And he's
he's
going for that rear naked choke, and he's under the chin. I can't see it from this angle, but
Yeah, he let it loose.
It's so hard. They're in the 4th round. These guys
It's
are
got that
slippery.
arm. If he has that arm in the inside, it's kind of throwing him off. He's not able to connect it.
You know what would be nice to see here is a little bit of ground and pound to soften him up, to try to mix up that sub
Some nice
attempt.
work from the bottom there. Not too bad. It's the most work.
Well, I mean, you got to do what you got to do sometimes. There you go. He frees one of his legs.
Yep.
He's turned. Oh.
7 seconds to go. Here we go.
And he's under the chin, but I don't think he's
the
going to have
final
enough
round.
time.
One more round.
Great job. And you see the body language of Kyzer going back to the cage.
Yeah, he's kinda...
not too happy with what's going on. And the great thing is he still has 1 round. So, you know, it's important as a fighter to never count yourself out. There's always opportunity.
And he doesn't look too bad. I mean, he doesn't, and he's breathing like he's supposed to, like sucking in, letting it out. He's doing it intentionally. See, he doesn't look like he's dying. But he is kind of the eyes are giving me a little bit.
It's a championship fight. It's rough. These guys are breathing. They're working.
And that was close. That rear naked was really close. And that arm's what changed everything right there. So he got it up inside there.
There you go. I'm really curious to hear what Coach Joey's saying to his corner.
Got a pretty good crowd here. A lot of walk-ups. Really nice.
Absolutely. Yeah. Touch of the glove for the championship round, and we got 3 minutes.
That rush 1-2's worked every time for him so far.
For who?
For Soto. He got 1-2 rush in, and
there goes a little fake and a check of the kick. Uh-oh. Nice exchange by both men.
Oh, that was a nice knee.
There's a little knee.
Oh, whoa.
And he's going for that standing. Oh, it's a fight now.
Yeah,
These guys
he's going
are
for it. He said, heck with it.
There's no holding back now.
I'm sure his corner told him, you need to do something.
He definitely has
nice
to do
elbows.
something.
He's doing some nice back elbows.
Oh, swing and a miss. I think that's the perfect advice for the Busto's corner. You gotta go for it. This is the time. You have 3 minutes to do something.
No waiting around at all.
Because at this point, this is what Soto's been doing, and this is kind of the story of the fight, is Soto dominating position and controlling the ground.
Yeah, control. I mean, he's 90% of the control in this fight. Can you remember back when you were an amateur, and around this time of your fights, you were like, ah?
Well, I was talking to Craig. Back when I was fighting, there was no amateur career.
Oh, yeah.
Because you couldn't find anybody to fight.
That's true, yeah.
So I turned pro right away. You got a minute and a half. We're halfway through the last round. And Soto's doing a great job at securing top position here.
Oh, nice elbow.
He's just picking his shots here with these small, short, choppy elbows. Doing a great job.
Most people don't realize how they see those little short elbows and they're like, why that doesn't hurt? But it, boy.
Well, because they see him, they don't feel him.
Yeah. My wife always says that. She's like, it doesn't even look like it hurts. Well, honey, it does.
Yeah, okay, well, you get in there.
Yeah.
That's it, and he's just doing a great job. So when you get up against the cage, it's really tricky because you don't want your opponent to have the ability to use the cage. So
Soto's using that cage to hold it, but there's a roll right there.
Exactly.
Ooh, he's...
And we're back in this position, and he has an opportunity to secure a submission with 30 seconds left. Let's see if he's able to do it. He's going for it. He's going for it.
See,
no, he slipped out.
Oh, there it is again. No.
And he switches to mount position
see if he
for
sits
the last
up and...
10 seconds. Here we go.
Wow. That was a really good performance by Soto. I say that he...
I do feel like you were saying he felt like he had something to prove.
He did.
You know, it was a little bit questionable in the last fight, and he was able to solidify his championship reign in this fight. So very happy for him.
Fuck me. It's so exciting.
scheduled 5 rounds. Our judges at cage side are all in agreement at 50-45 to the winner by unanimous decision, and still your undisputed PFC amateur welterweight champion, Marco Super Soto.
I don't think there was any doubt on that one there.
That was great.